Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the supposed final game to the franchise, just for that to get retconned like FNAF 3. It is one of the most beloved FNAF games of all time, but is it really that good? In today's video, together we will find out the answer to the question, is FNAF 4 the best game ever? The gameplay is a little bit unique. This time the cameras are missing, so now you can't spy on the animatronics while they are in the bathroom. Instead of monitoring them from a safe distance, you are now face to face, up close and personal with them. Unlike FNAF 3, you are now dealing with a whole roster of characters who are trying to peel the flesh off your bones. So you've got the bedroom doors. On the left one, Nightmare Bonnie can appear. On the right is Nightmare Chica. Nightmare Foxy stays in the closet. The Freddos appear on the bed, trying to summon Nightmare Freddy. On the later nights, Nightmare Fredbear takes all of the mechanics of the rest of the gang. Same goes for Nightmare and the Nightmare Puppet. Jacko Chica, Jacko Bonnie and Nightmare Mango take the corresponding roles of their counterparts. You've also got the minigames with Plush Trap and Nightmare Balloon Boy, which can either be a blessing or a death sentence. It depends on the person. This game relies on audio cues a lot, so your headphones have to be at max, but if you die your eardrums will definitely bust. The atmosphere is yet again amazing, like the previous games. It's dark, eerie, filled with the dread and fear of being caught by the nightmarish monsters that are waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Plus, it can give you real-life trauma, because the game is set in a bedroom, not in a pizzeria. Henceforth, it's more relatable since, most people have a bedroom. The flowers, pills and the ivy in the dark corners of the bed also suggests that there is something more to this bedroom. The ambience in the game is amazing. The breathing from the animatronics as they are waiting for you to either close the door or activate your flashlight is also very cool. The jump scare sounds are also pretty neat and memorable. Now, the lore in this game is pretty convoluted. The story of the tragic death of the crying child is a very touching one, but with the addition of the later games, more and more questions arise. First, some people thought that nightmare animatronics were hallucinations, others that the bullies were the nightmare animatronics and the crying child was just making them scary in his imagination. And the most hated theory for the lore is that everything is all a nightmare or a dream because of the flowers, pills and ivy in the bedroom. But with the release of sister location in the books, theories for the nightmare animatronics changed. People suggested that the animatronics were just endoskeletons with illusion discs, which makes sense until you realize that Afton, the father of the crying child, is just torturing his kid with nightmares. At least the minigame's lore is a lot more clear than the other parts of the game. Now, the designs of the animatronics are just amazing. Nightmare Freddy with the Freddos is adorable and scary at the same time. Nightmare Bonnie is really cool. Nightmare Chica has 3 rows of teeth just to make things worse. The cupcake got a little more uncanny. Nightmare Foxy now has 5-kilometer tongue. I bet some people had a lot of fun with the fan art. Nightmare Fredbear's design is just iconic. The big bulky structure, the tummy mouth and overall look. Nightmare is just a recolor of Fredbear, but entirely black with a yellow hat and bow tie. Plush Trap is just a doll version of Springtrap. Nightmare Balloon Boy finally got his revenge for being bullied by the whole fandom. Jacko, Chica, and Jacko Bunny are just Halloween-themed versions of their Nightmare counterparts, but I still love them. The Pumpkin Witch replaces the cupcake is also very nice. Nightmare Mango is another good one, but due to the tongue, the artists are gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, boy.
Nightmare Puppet is a very scary design, and I think that's all of them. Oh, and also, all of the 8-bit sprites in the minigames are fire as well. Most of the jump scares are really good. The sound effects for them are really well made, but then you've got these two, like, come on man, what happened with them? Nightmares and Nightmare Eon's jump scares are just still images with a dead air conditioner sound. All the other ones are fine, it's just these two that bug me the most, but to be honest, these jump scares have become one of the signature qualities of these characters. Now, FNAF 4 had a big impact on social platforms like the previous games. Lots of people made theories, some of which made the fandom into a war zone. Songs which, this time unlike a certain FNAF 3 song, are not sus. Animations were also popular, and the first models for the FNAF 4 gang were yet again diabolical. Also, here's a funny story I decided to put in here just because. If some of you remember, there was a time when FNAF games would get demos. I'm not sure if they were still on the Google Play App Store though, and typically you could only play nights 1 and 2, but somehow when I started playing the demo, it turned out to be the whole game for me. And I mean, that was a really epic moment, seeing how most people just paid for the game or just got it cracked, I don't know. And I for some reason was lucky enough to get a whole free copy somehow. By the way, this was FNAF 4 on mobile, not PC. In conclusion, for me at least, FNAF 4 is the best game in the franchise. Now, this is my personal opinion, so don't bring your guns out, okay? It has good gameplay, which I agree does get a little bit repetitive over time. Amazing story, characters and sound design. That's why I think it's the best one yet. Or maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia because this is my actual first FNAF game that I have played. So yeah, that's all from me. Bye for now and have a nice day.